Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Welcome back. The USO at McCarran Airport is a home away from home for military personnel. We caught up with Doug Bradford to find out more.
The USO is a place where America can show its gratitude to the troops. Here at McCarran Airport, we have a facility. It's about 2,830 square feet, and we've been open since November of 2010. Since that time, we have served more than 85,000 military guests, and that's active duty personnel and their dependents, along with veterans and retirees. So we're a transitional facility. We're not necessarily what we would call a deployment facility where they leave from here and go on deployment. Most of the troops that come through here go through training at the 5 different bases in our area. And so they'll come in for a little bit, stop here, go do their training, come back, and then off they go to either their facilities where they came from or the bases where they came from, or they'll go home for a bit before they head off on deployment.
We're at the USO here in Las Vegas McCarran Airport. Tell me why you like to stop by the USO, why it's important for you.
Well, the USO, I've been in the military for 22 years, and every time I go to any airport, I like to stop there because I like the support that I always get. It always makes me feel grounded.
Whenever I come to the USO, is because whenever I come from Iraq or anywhere, I just come here and feel relaxed and then meet other peoples and other soldiers and everything. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, we like to call it a home away from home. We provide all the services of a facility, or provide all the services of being at home. We have the computers, we have cell phones, we have a world famous snack bar, as we like to call it. And recently the troops voted this USO the #1 USO in the country of its size.
You guys take donations from the public as well as volunteers?
Yes, when a USO comes into community, the USO model is to have the community fund that particular USO. We don't receive any funds from the federal government other than what is used overseas. But locally, everything has to come from the communities in which it's served. There's 2 ways that the community can get involved. First is volunteering. And if folks log on to usovolunteer.org and fill out a profile, we'll get in touch with them and give them an opportunity to volunteer. The second way is to call us direct at 702-261-6590, and they can make donations that way. They can also go onto our website at uso.org/donate Las Vegas. So yes, we need volunteers from all over, and we have some Pahrumpians, I guess if that's a term, that they come over and they service us a couple of days a week. And it's great to have that kind of support from the entire community.
There's also fundraising being held soon at the Moose Lodge.
We are looking to work with the Moose Lodge come sometime at the end of September, and for the last 2 years they've done a little spaghetti dinner for us, and it's been terrific. And they've raised about $800, $900 for us during that time frame for those 2 dinners. So it's that community support, that feel good. We want to do something for our troops. We want to help. That's what drives people to help our facility and then also help the USO and our troops.
And here's Jennifer Moots with your entertainment this week.
Opera star Placido Domingo's next 2 performances have been canceled while the singer is treated for a serious blood clot in his lung. The 72-year-old Domingo entered a hospital in his hometown of Madrid, Spain, on Monday, where he is being successfully treated for a pulmonary embolism resulting from a deep vein thrombosis. Maestro Domingo is expected to make a full recovery. Country singer Randy Travis is hospitalized in critical condition with a viral heart infection. Travis, who was 54 years old, was admitted to an unidentified Texas hospital on Sunday because of complications related to his recently acquired viral cardiomyopathy. Viral cardiomyopathy is a disorder where a virus attacks the heart muscles, causing the heart to beat slower. In some cases, the heart can stop. Officials with KPVM have confirmed that the final scene will likely be cut from the show when it returns, a date that has not been determined. The show will not return before July 16th, as OSHA investigates what happened June 29th when veteran acrobat Sarah Gouillard-Gouillet fell about 90 feet from a vertical stage during the final scene. She died on her way to UMC Trauma Center. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration probe could take up to 6 months. Gouillard Guyette's death was the first on-stage fatality in Cirque du Soleil's 29-year history. I'm Jennifer Moots with your entertainment this week.
Commissioner Dan Shinhoffen would like to better inform citizens and elected officials regarding Yucca Mountain.
This will be canisters with U-33, 235, and so that people know what usually is out there, what you just said. When they tear down the buildings, when they end up tearing down San Onofre, because that's been decommissioned now, anything in that building, the office equipment, the chairs, all that stuff's considered low-level waste. Yeah. And they will stick it in the ground, and that's fine because it has very low trace amounts, and that's kind of thing has been happening for years. And for medical waste, that goes in there, but we don't know what else they may have stuck out there now at this point. If this wouldn't have come to light if they were not so proud of themselves saving $600 million, we wouldn't have heard. So we don't know what else they might have decided to and have stuck out there. So again, the best place is Yucca Mountain for it. It's not low-level waste. We just want to work with them to ensure the safety and public safety and health of our citizens. That's our overriding concern, and that's what it is with Yucca Mountain. We're not saying send it to us no matter what. We're saying follow the law. The Nuclear Waste Policy Act says that you have to get to a point where the science is heard. We're there, $15 billion, 30 years, and my analogy is you run in a marathon, you get to 24.9 miles out of a 25-mile race. And you see the finish line, and then the promoters come out and stop you and go, oh, no, we're going to run this in Colorado, so we're going to move the whole thing. That's what Yucca Mountain's like. We're at the finish line. We can see if it's safe or not, but they've decided we're not going to even bother with that. We're just going to move the race somewhere else.
So what is going to happen with Yucca Mountain? What do you foresee right now? Because I know that's been an issue coming up in Washington right now.
We have a mandamus lawsuit. There's plenty of lawsuits. There's one by the ratepayers that are suing the federal government to cost us $500 million a year because they haven't made a final disposition for the waste. Our lawsuit's a mandamus lawsuit that calls on them to finish the licensing process. The DOE and NRC should hear the science and decide yes or no. And so we're waiting on the decision for the court. When that comes through, and we believe the court will find that it's the law, they have to follow the law, then there'll be a fight over we don't have any money. Well, they've appropriated money for interim storage. We can use that to finish the licensing process because you can't do interim storage under the Nuclear Waste Policy Act. So we're not dead yet, although Harry Reid continues to say Yucca Mountain is dead. I just would like one of our federal delegation or our governor to stand up for the rule of law. I understand that you don't think Yucca Mountain's safe, and I appreciate your point of view. But just stand up for the rule of law and say, let's hear the science. And and that really bothers me, that if they're convinced it's not safe, why not hear the science?
And folks, we just got some news that Rick Vale and Debbie just had a 5.1 ounce baby. Baby Gabriel is his name. Well, here's Angela Miles with today's first business brief.
This is the first business brief for Wednesday, July 10th. I'm Angela Miles. Tesla is on the move. The upstart electric car company will shift to the NASDAQ 100 Monday. Tesla shares are up roughly 260% this year and has a market cap of $14 billion. Tesla currently trades on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ 100 is an index of the top 100 companies of the NASDAQ. Investors are bailing on bonds. According to Morningstar Fund Tracker, investors in PIMCO, the world's largest bond fund, pulled $14.5 billion from the fund in June. The fund fell 2.6% last month, its worst monthly performance since 2008. Still, analysts say the fund has had an excellent long-term track record and there's no reason to sell. New Twinkies will have a longer shelf life. Next Monday, Twinkies return to store shelves. After that labor fight, the treats will now last 45 days instead of 26. That's the first business brief. I'm Angela Miles.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back. Today, partly cloudy skies, 106 for your high. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 6, gusts at 10. UV index still at 11. 9% humidity, low there. 5:35 a.m. sunrise and a record high of 114 degrees just last year. What we're going to see tonight, partly cloudy skies, 80 for your low. So right around our average temperature for this time of year. Winds south-southwest at 4, gusts at 8. 17% humidity. 8:03 p.m. sunset, so getting closer to 7 o'clock there, and a record low of 64 degrees in 1948. What we're going to have on Thursday, we're going to have some isolated thunderstorms, about a 30% chance of that, and look at that, our highs and lows under our seasonal average, so it's actually going to be quite a bit cooler tomorrow. 93 for your high, 74 for your low. Winds south-southwest at 6, gusts at 8, so they won't be too strong, but humidity, it'll be somewhat humid, 24%. 5:36 a.m. sunrise and UV index going down to 10. What we're going to see on our 7-day forecast is maybe some carryover rain on Friday, so some chance, like 30% chance, some morning showers. And looking at our temperatures there, look at that, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they're all going to be under our seasonal average, so they're all going to be down in the 90s for our highs and then 70s for your lows, so it's going to be a bit cooler these next couple of days. And then it's going to slightly pick up around the weekend next week, but it's still going to be under our seasonal average.
Well, folks, that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Monique Mitchell, and from everyone up here at News 46, we wish you a safe night, and we'll see you here again tomorrow. Till then, good night.